Welcome back, dear student, for another reading video in Unit 6, Lesson 5, which is medicine. Let us see what is the history of medicine. Marie Curie is world famous for the discovery of the radioactive materials radium and polonium. The X-rays that came from these materials she discovered are dangerous, but properly used can kill cancerous tumors. Marie was born in Poland in 1867. She soon amazed people with her extraordinary memory. She could read well by the same time she was 4 years old. Her father was a professor of science, and the young Marie dreamed of one day becoming a famous scientist. Unfortunately, this dream looked like remaining just a dream. Her family was not rich, and Marie had to work looking after children. In the end, though, she managed to study at the Sorbonne University in Paris. Here she met and married Pierre Curie, a well-known scientist. Together they worked on their discoveries. Pierre died in an accident and Marie continued their work. At the same time, she had to look after her 2 young daughters. Marie won 2 Nobel Prizes in 1901 and 1911, one for physics and one for chemistry. Marie Curie at this time was probably the most famous woman in the world. Unfortunately, Marie spent too long with radioactive materials and died of leukemia. In 1934, Marie did not live long enough to see her daughter Irene also win a Nobel Prize for chemistry the next year. Alexander Fleming, untidy scientist. What happens if you leave cheese in the air for a long time? It grows a blue-green mold, so you threw the cheese away. Alexander Fleming was a scientist who was in the British Army in the European War of 1940 to 1918. He saw thousands of men died of illness caused by bacteria. He returned to his laboratory in London Hospital after the war and decided to look after a chemical that could stop bacterial illnesses. He grew bacteria in dishes, but he couldn't find anything that could kill them. Fleming was a very untidy scientist. He didn't wash his dishes very often. One day, in 1928, he noticed that the bacteria in one of the dirty dishes had grown mold. He looked carefully and saw that the bacteria near the mold were all dead. The mold was a type called penicillium. A team of scientists worked on the penicillium mold and found that it could cure mice with bacterial illnesses. Fleming had discovered penicillin. The world's first and most famous antibiotic, penicillin, is now used all over the world and has saved millions of lives. This is all about medicine. Thank you very much for listening.